right, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everyone's safe, happy, and healthy. All right, we're about to get started right now. All you're going to need today is just enough room for your body to move. Right, I want a hardwood floor. If you don't want that, you can put a towel down, be on the carpet, be on grass. You guys are not going to need a ball for this session. Right, biggest thing for me today, since it's our first session, what I want to focus on is us moving better, feeling better. Right, we've all been sitting around the computer the past 2 weeks, dealing with school, all that virtual stuff. So what I want us doing is making us feel better. So when you go on the field, those little joint aches, those little muscle pains, we don't feel them anymore, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to start with some movement preps, some active stretching. So what we're going to do, everyone is going to go flat on our backs. All right, we're going to start with some hamstring kicks. So I want you to think your right leg is going to be driving to the ground, your heels into the ground, your toes pointing to the face. We're going to fall onto our backs, and we're going to interlock our fingers behind our knee. Our head is flat on the ground. And we're going to go heel to butt 10 times, nice and slow, driving the heel of the leg that's in the ground into the ground, right? Think that if someone tries to pick the toe up, they're not able to. That's how hard we drive in. We're going to go 10 on the left leg. After that, give your legs a little shake. Then we're going to switch over to the right leg. Remember, back is flat, heel is driving into the ground, and we're going to go heel to butt. Nice and slow 10 times. Now, what I want you to think when we do this, right? We want to get my leg fully straight. So if that means that I'm only straight here, that's the only movement I have. That's what I want, right? Some of us aren't able to get to that 90-degree angle, right? A few more reps here. 3, 2, 1. Good, and we'll relax there. All right, we're going to switch on to some groin rockers now. So what I want you to think, you're going to be in what I call the 6-point stance. You're going to have your knees right underneath your hips, hip width apart. We're going to drive our toes into the ground to help give you some balance. From there, I'm going to let my hands fall right underneath my chest, so my hands are right underneath my shoulder blades. From there, my left foot is going to come out to the side. I want my toe to go right in line with my knee. So my hands are in front of my body. What I want you to think is I'm going to drive my hips back into my heel. My chest is going to look at the ground. And we're going to rock back forward. What I should feel is a little stretch in the adductor or my groin muscle. And we're going to rock back towards the heel and back forward. Nice and slow. 10 times on this leg. Then we'll switch it to the other side. All right, think nice and slow. Drive those heels back. All right, 10 reps on one leg, 10 reps on the other. Make sure that foot is flat into the ground. That knee of the leg that's out should also be on the ground. So if I'm here, I'm having my knee into the ground, my foot's in the ground, my knee's in the ground, and I'm just going to rock back, keep my knee and foot flat into the ground. Right, nice and slow. Feel the stretch on the inside of the leg. If you're not feeling the stretch, that means your leg is not straight. All right, 3 more reps here. 3, 2, 1, good, and we'll relax there, right? Now we move on to the upper body a little bit. We have been working on chairs all day. We're sitting down. Let's do some release on our upper body. So what I want you to do, in that 6-point stance, knees are underneath my hips, my hands are underneath my shoulders, my back is flat. You're going to take your right hand, it's going to go in the back of your neck. What I want you to think is you create a 90-degree angle with your elbow with your shoulder, and you're going to elbow to the forearm, eyes look at the elbow, and then eyes follow the elbow up and out, nice and slow, and I come right back down. We're going to do this 10 times on each side. Make sure you're driving that elbow out. That's going to activate the scapular muscle a little bit more. Give it a little bit more activation, get the muscles to fire. 10 reps on each side, nice and slow. Make sure we're not jerking that arm up. After those 10 reps, we're going to switch to the other side. All right, good. Make sure the eyes are following that elbow, right? Eyes on the elbow the whole time. All right, much better. Good, Pat. Good, Calvin. Good. All right, give you another 30 seconds to finish these off. All right, do a few more with you. Just our last 5 on the other hand. Nice and slow, elbow to the forearm. Eyes follow the elbow up and out. We should feel our shoulder blades kind of pulling apart from each other, right? Maybe our neck is loosening out a little bit. Even our hips may feel some release. All right, last thing we're going to do for our stretching here is we're going to do my favorite stretch, the world's greatest stretch. So we're going to start in that push-up position. right? Hands right underneath the shoulders. From there, my left foot is coming outside my left hand. What I want you thinking about more than anything else is my back leg is straight, not dipping into the ground. That's going to give me a little bit more of a stretch of my hip flexor. From there, my left elbow comes down to the big toe, keep my back leg straight. My eyes are going to follow the hand up and out. Going to grab my toe, rock back for a little hamstring stretch. Then I'm back in my push-up position, and then we're going to switch sides. So it's important that we alternate our sides, so that way we get a little bit more of a range of motion on each time. If we stay on one side, yes, it feels good, but we want to work both sides at the same time. All right, I'm on rep 2 here. You guys are going to go 5 reps on each side. Right, biggest key again, keep that back leg straight. You should have 3 more reps, which should take about another minute. Good. Remember when that hand goes up and out, eyes follow the hand up and out, boys and girls. Good. Think back leg straight, that toe's driving into the ground. All right, another 15 seconds here, then we'll move it on. All right, you can always do more stretches. We can always do more reps. So if you've already done 5 reps, go ahead and give me another rep. All right, very good, very good. All right, on to our next thing. We got to get our core activated right. We're going to do some full body lifts today. The core, as we know, is our most important muscle, right? We want to keep it active. We want to keep it firing. So what I want you to think is you're going to go flat on our backs. I want you to think that you're driving your lower back into the ground so you can't slip a hand underneath, right? If that's having trouble, think belly button into the ground. That's going to help suck it in. This is what we call bracing the core. From there, my knees are going to come up to a 90-degree angle. Keep my lower back still in the ground. My hands are going to come straight above my body. Now, all you're going to do from here is you can think opposite arm, opposite leg. So what that means is that my left leg kicks out, my right arm goes back behind my head. I'm still keeping that 90-degree angle at the hip that's up. And we're going to hold and squeeze here for 15 seconds. Then after that, I'll say switch. And we'll do the same thing, just alternating sides. What's important is that nothing touches the ground here except for our back and our head. Right? Ready? We're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Right arm out, left leg out. Squeeze and hold. 15 seconds. Then driving that lower back into the ground. All right, we should already be shaking a little through our hips. Our core should feel on fire already. All right, 3, 2, 1. Good. And switch sides. So right leg out, left arm out. Squeeze and hold here. Keep that leg that's up at that 90-degree angle. The other arm is straight up above the body. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We switch. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Right? Keep squeezing. That leg that's straight. Pull that toe into the face. Keeping the leg straight. The other leg stays at a 90-degree angle. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one and switch. Right? Last 15-second hold. Power through it here. Get that core fire ready to go. Right? Remember this feeling. That core brace lower back into the ground. We're going to remember that cue word much more often as we go on. Good. And relax. All right, next thing you're going to do, you got some glute bridge activation, right? Get those hips, get those glutes working a little more. So what we're going to do, I'm going to walk my feet from straight as close as I can to my butt. From there, it's just going to be my heels in the ground. My toes are off the ground, pulling into my face. Give me some shin activation as well. From here, I'm going to think my hands come straight out into a T in line with my shoulders. Now, all you're going to do from here is you're going to go 10 reps. Driving your hips up to the sky, pause to the top, and right back down slowly. So it's up, 1 second pause, squeeze the glutes, and right back down. We're going to go 10 reps right here. Ready, and go. Stay flat on our backs. Keep the heels into the ground. Toes are off the ground. Good. Get those hips all the way up. So think knees, hips, and shoulders are all one straight line as we go. All right, 5 more seconds. Power these out. All right, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Last thing we're going to do some activation. We're going to go back in that 6-point stance. So on our hands and knees. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see it a little bit better. Now, this is some hip activation work. We all know as soccer players how important our hips are. So what I want you to think is that my back is going to stay flat, and I'm going to brace my core like we just did in the dead bugs. That's going to help keep my back flat. From there, you're going to go right leg out and straight into the ground, so the toe is driving into the ground. Right? My other knee is underneath my hip, staying into the ground as well as my toe. From here, all I want you to think is the toe is 1 inch off the ground. I'm going to raise it 2 inches up and back down without letting it touch. I'm going to go up and down. My heel never goes above my butt. We're going to do that 10 times. Nice and slow. Up and down. Keep that toe flexed into the ground. Up and down slow. 10 times on your own. Here we go. Let me take a look. Let's see how it looks. All right, good, Will. Remember, that back is staying flat. Our hips aren't rocking. All right, make sure the other knee is driving into the ground, so we still have that 4 points of contact there. All right, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. You're going to stay on that same leg here. All we're going to do now is, instead of it being in behind, we're going to let it come over the other heel, so it's across and behind the body. So if you can look at me here, right, it's straight out behind my body. I lift it over, so now it's over the heel. We're going to do the same thing here. Over the heel, 10 times, nice and slow on your own. Here we go. Being nice and slow behind the heel, up and over 10 times. We'll feel a little bit more off that hip. There you go, Aaron. Good. Keep that leg straight, bud. Good. Now think of the leg that's in the ground and the leg that's not working. That toe, we don't want it flat. We want it drive in the ground. It's going to help us stay a little bit more stable. Going to keep the hips from moving. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Last thing we're going to do with that on this side is you're going to combine the 2 movements. So my toe never touches the ground. It's 1 inch off the ground. I'm going to go over, touch, over, and back. So it's back and forward 10 times. Over and back is 1. You're going to give me 10 reps here on your own. Think nice and slow. Heel never comes above the butt, and my back is staying flat. Give you about another 15 seconds to finish these off. Very good, right? Keep that toe pulling towards the face. It's going to have a little bit more dorsiflexion, help the calf stay activated. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax, right? Back in that 6-point stance, we're going to do the same thing on the left leg now, or whichever leg you didn't use. So my left leg is straight, pulling the toe into the ground. My right knee and right toe are in the ground. I'm up and down 10 times. Nice and slow on your own. Here we go. Should take about 15 seconds. Right, that glute should feel like it's on fire. If it does not feel like it's on fire, think about my lower back staying tight and facing towards the ground. Remember, right now it's just up and down, 10 times, nice and slow. Good, and we relax there. Now we go over the hip, over the heel, up and down, 10 times, staying in that one position. Keep my back flat, keeping that core braced. I hope you guys have a little bit of a sweat going on right now. I know I do. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to go over and back right away 10 times. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and relax. All right, we're going to be up on our feet now. Right, we're going to do what I call in-place dynamic stretch. A lot of us don't have much room, so we're going to adapt and improvise. So all you're going to do is a simple quad stretch with a reach. So quad is going to come up to my hip. I'm going to put my heel right into my butt, keep my knee pointed straight to the ground. Then from there, my other hand raises up, and I drive through my toe. A couple steps in between, rise up through the toe. You're going to give me 10 reps on each side. Nice and slow. Make sure you pull that heel into the butt. Keep that body weight on the toe as we drive up. All right, another 10 seconds here. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. All right, next thing we're going to do is called an RDL, but with a single leg. So it's going to help activate the hamstring and our glutes a little bit more. So what we're going to do, My left leg is going to be the one that works. I want you to think slight brace in my knee, so I'm going to bend it a little bit. That way it's going to prevent it from wobbling. Now from here, we're going to teach a hip hinge. So all we're going to think is hips, drive it back to the wall. My knee is going to move from here. My right leg is going to think nice and long, toe to the ground. I'm going to come straight back up. Nice and slow. The slower the better. That'll activate our muscles and the fibers a little bit more. Right? Faster is not better in this situation. We're going to go 5 on each leg. As we do this, think nice and long with the leg that reaches back. Right? Only 5 reps on each side here. That looks good, Calvin. Good, Teddy. Good, Haley. It's great form right there. Right? You guys should feel in the glute of the leg that's on the ground. Right? Make sure you hit both legs, 5 on each side. Give you a couple more seconds to finish those off. And we have 3 more things before we start getting into our lifts. So the next thing we're going to do is just a simple reverse lunge. So I'm going to think nice and tall. Right? I'm going to keep my shoulder blades back. Think like I have a tennis ball in between my shoulder blades. I'm trying to keep it there. My core is braced. And from there, I'm going to think my left leg is in the ground. I'm going to drop my right leg behind the body. My knee is 2 inches off the ground. I'm going to raise my hands up above my head. Squeeze and hold here. I'm going to drive up nice and quick. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Drive back, think nice, long, and tall. Stand up and drive, right? So it's a 2-second hold. 1, 2, and I drive up right out of it, right? Get that flexor working. Remember, thinking nice and big. Shoulders on top of the hips. Drive up and stand. You're going 5 on each leg. This is rep number 4. Rep number 4 on the left leg. 2-second hold, and I drive. We got 1 more on each side. Good. Drive up. Last one. Nice and tall. Good. And we drive up. Right? Now we're going to do some rapid response. Right? Just get the blood flow moving. Get that heart rate up a little more. So what I want you to think. I'm going to be my feet are in line with my hips. I'm going to be up tall on my toes. I'm going to drop. I'm going to say drop. And when I say go, both feet are going to pop off the ground nice and fast. And my hands are going to move nice and slow. We got 3 rounds of 5 seconds here. So we're ready. Up tall on our toes. Good. We drop. Good. And we go. Pogo. Right. Nice and light on the feet. Moving through the balls of the feet. 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Right. We got 4 more just like that. Ready. Up tall. Good. We jump. Good. We go. Pogo. Nice and light on the feet. Right. Nice and quick. And the hands moving, boys and girls. 2, 1. Good. And relax. Right. Last 3 that we do. Right. When we drop, think our hips are just above my knees. So I'll turn it a little so you can see. I'm not down here. I'm not up tall. Just that nice athletic stance. Ready. Up tall. Ready. Drop. And go. Pogo. Nice and light on the feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Last one. Ready. Up tall. Jump. And we go. Rapid fire. Right. Nice and light on the feet. We're pogoing. Stay light on the feet. Get the arms moving. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Boys and girls, grab a quick sip. And we're going to get into our squats and angels. All right, hopefully got you sweating a little bit, got you moving, got that heart rate up, got you breathing a little heavy. So, our next thing we're going to do, we have 3 different things. We're going to do a squat, we're going to do a form of a roller angel to get the upper back, our traps, our shoulders working, and we're going to do a stretch that will help make those movements a little bit better. So looking at me, not doing any work right now. What we're going to do is called an eccentric squat, which means that on the lowering phase, I'm going to go slow. And on 5-second count. So my hands are going to come behind my head. Going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. My feet are shoulder width apart. And all I'm going to do is take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom. I'm going to drive straight back up. All right, we're going to do that 10 times. Ready? And we drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, and we drive up. Good, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, we drive up. Make sure we're squeezing that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We drive up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drive up. Last one here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We drive up. All right, quick break. What I want you to think is as I drive down, don't let your knees come in. Think knees on top of the ankles, right? We got 5 more again. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Keep that chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Much better. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive up. Good. Now, we're going to do some scap, some upper shoulder work. Right? Get the upper body a little bit stronger. You do this called floor angels. So what I want you to think, that position you were in earlier, my lower back is in the ground, my feet are close to my butt, and I have 4 points of contact. Now, my hands are going to be straight up above my head. I'm going to think elbows into the ground and my hands into the ground. From here, my hands are going to move slowly towards my shoulder blades. My elbows and hands create a 90-degree angle with my shoulder, and we come right back out with it. Take that lower back into the ground, elbows tight, and I come right back up. We got 20 reps. That was 2. So it's 18 more. So it should be nice and slow. My hands and elbows never leave the ground. Right, good. That's 4 reps. 5 reps here. Right, another 20 seconds to finish off your last 15. Remember, hands and shoulders don't leave the ground. Come on, Salvador. Let me see you working, bud. All right, keep that head into the ground. Yeah, it's great form, all of you. Well done. Remember, once the elbows go past the shoulders, we can stop and drive back out. Good. Good. It looks very good, boys and girls. Good, Carter. Keep your hands on the ground there, buddy. Good. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. So we're going to do what I call 3-way hip mobility movement. Whenever we do a workout, we like to do 2 sets of strength, and we're going to do 1 set of a corrective or mobility exercise to help those strength exercises work out a little bit better. So what we're going to do, my knee and hip are in the same line, my back toe is driving the ground, my knee is stacked on top of my ankle, the leg is in front. I'm going to squeeze the hip of the leg that's down to activate the glute a little bit more. And all I'm going to do is drive my hips forward, keeping my chest up. My knee will come on top or just past my toe, keeping my heel into the ground. And I'm going to rock back in. We're going to do that 4 more times here. Good. 3. Make sure the toe and heel are staying into the ground. 2. Last one here. Rock out. Rock back. Good. Now we come out to what I call a 45-degree angle. My knee is just off to the side. It's going to help get a little bit more on the inside of the groin. And I'm still going to rock towards that knee. So drive out towards that knee. My body's going a little bit of a shift. And I come back in. You do that 4 more times. Remember, keeping that heel and toe into the ground. Good. Once you're done now on those, we're going to go into a 90-degree angle. So the last one on that left leg. So I bring it out so it's in line with my heel. So my heel and knee can draw 1 straight line together. I'm thinking big chest. I'm going to drive towards that knee, not forward, but towards the knee to the side. Feel a stretch on the inside of the thigh. And I come back out. 2 more reps, and then we're going to switch on to the other side. Good. And relax. Right leg is up now. My left foot's in the ground. My left knee is in the ground. Remember that knee is stacked on top of the ankle. My heel and toe never leave the ground from here. Drive forward, keep my chest up, staying big. And I'm going to rock back in. All right, what we're trying to do is open up the hip of the leg that's down. So when we squat, we have a little bit more ability and range of motion. So we get the full effect of a squat and not doing a half squat. We're not getting a full range of motion, so the muscles don't get fully activated. Good. We're going to switch out to that 45-degree angle. Same thing again. Right, keeping that toe and heel in the ground, driving towards the knee, not forward. 5 reps here. 2, 1. Good. Last one's at 90 degrees. You do that 5 times. Right? The main focus today, like I said, is making sure we feel better, move better, but also teach you guys the basic movements so as the weeks go on, you can get a little bit more complicated, right? Remember, we want to do the simple things savagely well, right? Everyone's back up on their feet. We have 2 more rounds of all that stuff, right? Give you a second to get set. Remember, my feet are shoulder width apart. Toes are going to turn out slightly to the side. Hands are going to come behind the head. I'm going to squeeze my core. Ready? And we're going to go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drive back up. Same thing again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. That's 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Halfway, boys and girls. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drive up. Last 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Finish strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Good. And relax. Right back again. Flat on our backs. Right. Heels come close to the butt. Arms are straight out behind. My lower back is in the ground. Elbows are touching. Hands are touching. They never leave. And we're going to think, create that 90-degree angle. Feel the scalps and shoulder blades work. And we're coming straight back out. Nice and slow. 10 times. Make sure it's about the range of motion and not for speed here. Right? If anything, you feel in the shoulders. We feel in our lats. Maybe a little bit in the triceps and biceps. Maybe in the neck as well. Keep that lower back driving into the ground. Remember, suck that belly button into the ground. All right, another 10 seconds to finish these out. And hopefully you guys are all feeling a little bit better, feeling moving better. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to go back to our stretch. So that 3-way hip again. Doesn't matter to me which leg you start with. But remember, it's 5 rocks. Ankle goes past the toe. Keep my toe and heel into the ground. My chest doesn't collapse. I stay big. And I come back in. 5 reps. Then I come to my 45-degree angle. Right? Driving towards that knee. My chest is big. We can even think about squeezing our core here, right? I like to keep my hand on it. Because if I feel a little bit of a jiggle, I know I'm not bracing well enough. Good. Last one's at 90 degrees. Just driving out. Keep that core braced. You can go hands behind the head. Help that breathing out a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax. We switch to the other leg now. All right. Left leg's in front. Make sure you start with everything stacked. I'm going to drive, thinking nice and big. Maybe I feel a little bit of stretch of that calf. Good. We got 3 more reps. Should be about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. We got to a 45-degree angle now. Same thing again. Drive it out. Come back in. Right. If it's a little painful on me, throw a sweatshirt on underneath. Hopefully on grass or on carpet. Even take your shirt and throw it on underneath. Last one's at 90 degrees. Right. Make sure you're driving towards the knee. I'm not driving forward. That way I'm going to keep everything stacked, including my hips. Right. 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. Last round, we're back up on our feet. We're going to finish these strong. Right, remember, feet shoulder width, toes at 45. Hands behind the head. I'm going to brace my core. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I drive up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Make sure those knees don't come in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. That's 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last 5. Power through. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Last 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 1. Good form. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we drive up. Good. We're flat on our backs for this last round. Remember, trying to get in 20 reps, but if we only get in 15 of quality reps, that's what's preferred. Right, hands are straight out, lower back's in the ground, elbows and hands touching to that 90-degree angle, and I come back out. Nice and slow here. Right, it's a good way to catch our breathing as well. We're also getting a little bit of strength in the upper body. Good. Then another 10 seconds here. Nice and slow, then we'll get some water, we move to our last strength block. All right, hopefully I got sweat going on. Good, keep that lower back in the ground. Another 5 seconds to finish out. 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. All right, everyone go get some water real quick. We'll take a minute break. All right, stretch it out. Got to move it a little bit. Whatever you guys feel you need. You know your body's better than I do right now, so listen to your body. That's what's important. So, the last strength set that we're going to do before we go into core, we're going to do some single leg glute bridges. Teach the hamstrings and glutes how to fire properly. We're going to do some push-ups, but in eccentric motion, and then stretch that will help our hip mobility. So, we're going to start with our single leg glute bridges. So the way it's going to work, we're going to be flat on our backs again. We're going to walk our heels into our butt like we did in the warm-up for our glute bridge. We all remember this movement here, driving up, back down. So now we make it a single leg motion. So my hip is going to be right in behind my butt or my hip, and my other leg is going to come straight up into the air, pulling the toe to my face. From here, what I want you to think is I'm going to drive my hips up. Notice I have my knees, my hips, and my shoulders all on the same line. My back is flat. If you need more stability, I bring my hands out, and we come right back down. We're going to go 10 on each side here, up and down, right? Nice and slow, pause at the top, squeeze the glute, and we come back down. 10 on each side, should take you about 30 seconds. Get them done, here we go. All right, get those hips up nice and high, squeeze them at the top. If you want, look down at your hips and make sure they're above your knees. You should not be able to see your knees if your hips are up correctly. Here we go, Haley, good. Teddy, great form, man. I love how the toes out of the ground, well done. All right, good. 2, 1, good. We should be on the other leg now. All right, 10 more reps, should be about another 20 seconds here. Remember, squeeze at the top, drive those hips up, feel that glute start to burn. Right, remember 10 reps on each leg. Right, remember, if we're having some struggle stabilizing or keeping our hips in the same line, bring our arms out to a T. That'll help us bounce a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, good. The next thing that we're going to do, we have push-ups. I want to teach us how to do a proper push-up, right? It's my biggest pet peeve, especially as soccer players and my goalies as well. We need to avoid some shoulder injuries. So the best thing that we're going to think of is everything stacked, my favorite word. So my hands are underneath my shoulder blades, directly under, right? If we need to start on our knees to make sure our form is fine, that's what I prefer. My toes are going to be driving in the ground, and from here, I want us to think my elbows are going to drive into my ribs. As I lower down, my chest will touch, I'll come right back up. But quick thing here, we're going to do the same thing that we did on our squats as we do on our push-ups. So we're not just going to go down and up as fast as we can for our 5 reps. We're going to go 5 seconds on the way down. So look at me real quick. I'm up nice, tall, and big. My shoulders are squeezing together. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch and drive back up nice and fast, right? If you can't drive back up, we lower ourselves down, and you can get up any way that you want, right? You're going to go on my count. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Good. 3 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Make sure those elbows are tight to the wrist. Scrape the body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Ella. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Everyone's going to go into a seated position here. Right, what I want you to think, we have 4 different lines, right? I have my knee and hip in the same line, and my ankle and knee on the front leg are create a 90-degree angle. From there, my left leg is going to curl behind. I have my toe, my heel, my knee, and my ankle all creating one straight line. From here, I'm going to rock over my knee. My chest is going to fall directly over. My left hand will come behind my left hip. I'm going to rock up so I'm seated down. I'm going to turn and rock the other way. So my chest is always falling over my hip. So if you need to look at me, I'm going to do it with you because my hips always need work. I'm going to rock over my knee. Hand comes in behind. Knees come up. And they're just going to fall to the other side. You go 5 rocks each way, so for a total of 10. Right? If you're mobile enough to do this, which we should be as soccer players, we want to keep our hands now off the ground. We're going to keep our hands in the T position. Rock up. Rock down to the other side, then our hands can't collapse. Hands come up, rock up, and we rock to the other side, our hips fall over. All right, 5 rocks each way, and I'm going back onto our backs. All right, this is a move that some of you guys should be doing every day, especially before every single session. All right, feel the glute pull the hip away from the lower back or sciatica. Very good, very good. Savannah, well done. 3, 2, 1, good. We're back on our back again. We're going back to our single leg glute bridges. So we go flat on my back. Heel is driving to the ground. My toe is off the ground. My other leg is straight. The toe is pointing to my face to activate the hamstring a little bit. We're going to go up and down. Pause at the top. Squeeze the glutes to the top and back down. We're going to go 10 of these on each side. Once again, brace that core so when I come down, my lower back is touching. I'm not arching my back. That'll help keep my core braced. Right, 10 on each side, and then we switch. Remember, the core is important. Biggest muscle that's going to help fight off defenders when we're on the ball, or help us maybe with the shoulder bars as you try to knock someone off. Goalkeepers is great for you. It's an anti-rotational tool so that when you dive, you're not rolling out of your dives, you're landing much cleaner. All right, another 15 seconds, finish them out nice and strong, and we're going into our push-ups. All right, we're doing great on time here. 3, 2, 1, good, and relax. All right, we're going back into our push-ups. All right, 5 reps again. All right, I want you, if you can't do it from your knees, right, I want you to try it and be up on your feet and look at me, my elbows stay tight to the body so my shoulders are stacked and I'll come right back up. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up, that's 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Teddy, well done, man. Good. We're going into our 90-90s again. Right, so that's that hip switch that we just worked on, that seated position. We're going to rock our hips each way. We're going to go 5 times on each side for a total of 10. And we have one more round of all that before we go into our core. All right, I've seen great work from all y'all. I want to keep it going. The core is going to be our favorite thing that we do, something that we'll do every single week. All right, rock those hips. Feel that hip pull away. Right? We're going to go about 10 more seconds to finish those off. And then we're going to finish our last round of glute bridges and push-ups. Right, maybe the upper body's feeling a little bit sore. That's what we want, right? We need to get those upper bodies a little bit stronger. All right, good. Boys and girls, last round here. All right, we're flat on our backs. Heel is close to the butt. Toe is out of the ground. Heel is in the ground. Upper leg is straight. Up and down. 10 times. Squeeze to the top. What we're going to do is called a 1-1-1 tempo, different from the push-up tempo. Nice and slow, 10 reps, squeeze it at the top, Hamstrings and glutes should be on fire by now. All right, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side, 10 more reps. All right, finish strong. Keep those shoulder blades into the ground. That lower pec is driving the ground. That means I'm squeezing my core. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back into our push-up position again, boys and girls. Remember, hands right underneath the shoulder blades, not out wide. Then it's harder for us to keep the elbows in tight. Right, hands underneath. We're in that push-up position. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 3 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. All right, get some water. I'll give you a good minute and a half break. And then we'll get going with our core, right? And if you're on a hard surface, I would definitely recommend getting something soft to put underneath your arms. We're going to be doing lots of planks and side planks. All right, hope you guys are feeling good. We got that sweat going. Right, remember, after we finish this workout, 2 things are going to go directly into your body. A bottle of water, I don't care what size, it has to be at least 8 ounces, and some sort of food with a protein content, right? I don't care what you eat, as long as it has some sort of protein in it. All right, get those blood sugars back and working, so when we wake up tomorrow, we're not so sore, we don't have our cramps. Right, another 15 seconds, right? While you guys are doing this, I'm going to show you some variations. So, we're going to do our normal front plank, which we all know, but we're going to go to the side planks, right? Looking at me real quick, we're not going to start with these, just so you know. When I do a side plank, I want everything stacked. So my top shoulder is on top of my bottom, my elbow is going to pull, so it's underneath my shoulder, right? My favorite word is stacked, everything is stacked. My hips are on top, my knees are stacked, my feet are stacked. From there, I will drive up, I'm going to squeeze and hold in this position. If that is too hard for you, all you're going to do is keep from that starting position, pull your knees, they're up in line with your hips, nothing else changes. I'm going to keep my knees into the ground and my hips will lift and I'll still get that activation through the obliques. Right, but what we're going to start is our front planks, right? So looking at me, everything we do is for 30 seconds in this round. Right, going to start that front plank. So just like a push up, my elbows are going to come underneath my shoulders. My hands are going to face up to the sky. From here, my feet are hip width. If I feel like I'm rocking, I can go a little bit wider. Right, from here, when I say go, it's going to be 30 seconds of work. I'm going to drive my toes into the ground. My elbows are going to stay right underneath my shoulder blades. I'm going to squeeze my core. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and up. Right, squeeze and hold here. Drive those toes into the ground. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the core. Right, this is a good time to think about our breathing as well, right? On the pitch, we need to think in through the nose, out through the mouth, right? 10 more seconds. Keep driving those toes into the ground so my legs are staying straight. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. We're on our side, right side or left. Right? Everything is stacked. My elbows underneath my shoulder. Shoulders are stacked. Hips are stacked. Feet are stacked. Right? Remember the variation. Pull my knees up to my hips. Feet and knees stay into the ground, and I'll drive them up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Right? We're going to squeeze and hold here. Right? I got 30 seconds. Right? Stay nice and strong. Make sure we're pushing our hips forward. Good, very good, very good. Make sure everything's stacked. We're punching our hips through. Come on. 10 more seconds. Let's finish strong. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Good. We're going to go on the other side. Same thing again. Give you a second to set up. Everything is stacked. Look at me real quick. I'm going to change my body angle. I want you guys to make sure you look at your body. So if it looks like my hips are pulling away from my body, Think punch the hips forward so I keep a straight line. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Squeeze and hold at the top. Right? I'm going to create a straight line. Shoulders, hips, ankles all on the same line. Elbows underneath the body. I'll squeeze my core. It'll help squeeze my glutes. All right, 15 seconds left. That's good, very good. All right, got the brothers working together nice and strong. I love it. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. Last thing in this set, we did our glute bridges today. We're just going to add a march into it now. So I have my glute bridge. We're going to go over to my glute bridge. I'm going to squeeze and hold for 15 seconds. I'm going to march, keep my hips up, knee to chest, pulling the toe into my face. Ready? 15 seconds and go. Hips are up, knee in the chest. My hips never drop. So I got to make sure I'm squeezing my glutes, making sure they're firing, keeping them up and out of the ground. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. Right? We're going to get one more set in here for our core set. Ready? Back into our front plank. Elbows underneath the body. Palms are facing up to the sky. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Right? Drive those toes on those ground, boys and girls. Legs are straight. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core. Right? If you need to make it harder, my legs will come in tighter. If you need to make it a little easier, my feet can come wider. The one thing that we don't do is drop. This is how we power through. We get strong, so we're on the pinch and ready to go. 10 seconds, finish it out. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. We're on our side, right or left, up to you. Right elbows underneath the body. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Up, squeeze and hold. Make sure I'm punching my hips forward. Getting everything in line so I can squeeze my glutes, squeeze my core. Good 30-second hold here. If you need to drop to pull your knees up, that's fine, but we don't drop for more than a second. Halfway through, finish it out. Come on, squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. We're on our other side. Last set of our planks here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Finish strong. Remember what quality of form. So if you're not able to hold that full plank, drop into that half plank. It's just as beneficial and it's more important because it can teach your muscles how to fire properly. Right, 15 in, we got another 15 seconds. Finish strong. All right, love the work, Brad. Love the effort from those of you that stayed on. Keep it going. Last 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. Last thing we have for the day. We're going into our glute bridge. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. We're up, and now we march. Knee in the chest. Keep my shoulder blades in the ground. Keep those hips up. 15 seconds. Should be about 5 marches on each leg. Right? Keep those hips up. Squeeze those glutes. Keep those toes pulling to the face. Just the heel touches the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Take a second. Shake everything out. Right? What I hope is that you guys not only feel better and move better, but you guys broke a little bit of sweat. We got our muscles firing and working. Right? I love working with you guys, love doing this. Hopefully you guys, I get to see you next week. We're going to be doing the same workout, but adding a little bit more to it. So that each week progress and get a little bit stronger, right? Well done, you guys. Give some feedback to your coaches so I know what to think. Well done.